What's up, y'all? It's Mary.
And
And we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. Today we are doing Love and Marriage DC. My girl Monique is back on the show. Y'all know my girl. She was from Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know her personally, but I loved her.
She was your girl.
Well, I liked her. She was a favorite of mine. But then, Candace went off with her mouth and she had to sock her a couple of times, which I thought she was perfectly in her rights. But
I don't do the violence.
Yeah, I don't do the violence with the mouth either.
Didn't Candace take her to court or something for that?
Yeah, she tried to, but they dismissed it because it was reality TV, so she got nothing.
Really?
Because they saw how she was acting, just acting very reckless and just talking to people like she had no, Shorty from Kenneth and Shorty.
Yeah.
She's like Shorty times 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, but
I liked Candace.
I love Candace. No, her. I hate Candace. I can't stand. I thought you were talking about one.
I was like, wait, I was getting whiplash. Wait, did she just
No.
say? Okay.
No. But yeah, so anyway, Monique's on the show with her husband Chris.
And Ashley. Ashley was devious, but I liked her.
Yes, Ashley Silva and her short husband Quicksilver.
No, I'm talking about Ashley on Potomac.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, she divorced her husband, honey. She stayed for as many years as she needed to pop them babies out, and now she is gonna be rich, honey.
Yep.
That's how you're supposed to do it, ladies.
That's just wrong. Please do not marry for means and then divorce out. No amount of money is enough for me to marry somebody I cannot stand. It's too much.
Well, she was in deep poverty. You came from a family of wealth.
Okay, I don't know about all of that. I really don't come from a very poor family. Well, okay. Moving right along.
This is not about her.
Here about telling people business. Lord mercy.
But yes, so Monique is here with her husband.
Yes.
And then it's Ariana with her husband, James. They have been married for 26 plus years. I think she's like 52 and he's 40 something. I'm not sure. And then we also have the other guy, Ashley Silva, and then
Quicksilver.
Yes.
And then there's another lady, I don't know her name, the one who has shaved half of her hair.
Yeah, y'all let us know who she is in the comment section below.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out as time goes on. But so let's start with Monique and her husband.
So basically started out with her having Not for Lazy Moms event, which at first I didn't really agree with it because the thing is, not every mom, I don't feel like, unless
Moms
you're a mother
lazy.
I don't feel like there's a single mother who's lazy. I feel like unless you're like somebody who's on drugs and you can't take care of your child, I don't think any mother is lazy.
Or you're very depressed, but even that's not laziness. That's something that's going on with you.
Yeah.
So I don't like the term
Not for lazy moms
and mom, or even lazy and dad. Lazy and parents. I just don't like that term.
And it's kind of like putting women against each other.
Yeah.
Like there's lazy moms, then there's not moms that aren't.
They're lazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like putting women against each other. So I never liked that term. But I guess she was like, because she's a herbalist and she does everything natural for her children and all that stuff. Like she uses natural remedies to help them cure themselves. I mean, girl, anybody can do that. But I just felt like that. Not for lazy mom. I really feel like that's kind of classless. Anyway, she had her event with her shady title, and she basically had the women. Girl. I like her. I just didn't like the title of that. I didn't feel like it should be inclusive because not every single mom can do it. Like my mom, she was a single mom. That doesn't mean she was lazy. She just had to go out and work. She couldn't, be there for me 24/7.
I certainly wasn't lazy.
That's for damn Skippy. She had 2 full-time jobs, honey.
And then there was a time I was actually a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, you were a homemaker. You did both.
Before I got divorced. So I was a stay-at-home mom for a little while. And, no, and you're not lazy. You're very busy. In fact, after that, I went and I worked 2 full-time jobs. Well, I tell you, the work I did at home was more than my 2 full-time jobs. However, it was more rewarding, because I loved being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
So I just loved that. But, anywho, moving right along. So she had this event, and she invited, and then
she invited all the women and everything. But then, anyway, we were invited to all these women or whatever.
So what did you think of them? Like
I want to talk about that girl who had her hair shaved because that's how the event started.
Right.
So she gets on the mic and she starts talking about how her husband cheated on her with the nanny and then left her and then got with the nanny.
And had one baby.
Had one baby, then had two babies. And then she had her second husband and I think he cheated on her too or something. I was like, what the hell does this have to do with the event? I was confused. But then I realized she shaved her head, and I was like, that sister needs healing. So I said, let me not judge.
It wasn't really like a style.
And the Salt and Pepper did that, and she relaxed her hair and went bald.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was odd, because it's like she just had a section of her hair. It's not like she went all the way with it.
It wasn't a section. It was as if, you know how you pat your hair down the middle?
Yeah.
And one side is here? She shaved half of the hair. It's the whole half. It starts from here.
No, I thought it was just like that.
No.
That's what I saw.
No.
No.
Half of the hair.
Which I thought was very odd.
I just haven't seen that style yet.
No, I felt like she should have been on the cast because I want to know her story.
But maybe it will now be a style. Because it was half.
I hated it when Melody had that hairstyle in her other show. Like when she was like first season, second season, she would have her hair like blonde, but then you will see her real hair underneath the weave that was like a bright red. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is she doing? What is that hairstyle?
You are just...
I am in pain, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, you.
But yeah, so I just thought it was like anyway. I just said that's just a needed healing. So I just thought it had nothing to do with the event.
But we did find out her story. I think if something like that happened, I probably should
shave my hair off and go live in China and be a Buddhist or something.
Yeah.
But then I didn't like how Ariana was there on the couch drinking. And she was whispering to the girl, which I thought was so unnecessary.
While she was talking.
She's like, I told myself that, pause for 5 whole minutes as she's whispering, that I would only drink if I got bored. Yeah. And I'm bored, so I'm on my next drink. And then somebody behind her said, shh. And she said, shut the fuck up. Like, turns around to say, shut the F up. I was like...
Yeah. And she was sitting right in front, too.
I just thought, like, you whispering that just... was unnecessary. Yeah. It's not like you even whispered anything severe. Like, I would have just removed myself from you because I'm like, girl, you drunk. Please just go somewhere.
And then, when they went up on the podium, well, after the speech, and Monique was telling, what's her name, Ariana? Because Ariana said she was going to have this 26th wedding anniversary. And she was inviting all of them to it. And Monique was like, I want to do a question and answer with you. And she really didn't seem wanting to do a question and answer because she said, we're going to be enjoying ourselves. We're not going to be doing a question and answer. And she kind of wanted to continue about it.
Like, she still wanted her to have the Q&A.
I think that's the thing I kind of was just like with Monique. She just seems
I'm not really liking her this
She seems like someone with, like, she'll grab onto something. You can't let go. There's a term for that. Like a dog with a bone.
Yeah.
You can't let go. Like, even no matter what the person says, and it can be just annoying, I think.
Yeah. But anyway, Ashley was there or whatever, throwing shade at Ariana. Then she
starts saying, oh, you guys got married when I was 12 or something. Or
no, that's 10. What Ashley said, the one who was drunk.
Yes.
She said, y'all got married when I was 12, and weren't you like 10?
And I'm sorry. I didn't believe that she got drunk that fast. This is a woman who
probably drinks
because she said she goes to a party. The husband is a DJ. Like, you drink quite awful, so don't try to convince me that your 1 or 2 drinks that you had, you were that drunk that you didn't know what you were saying.
It wasn't like she had hard liquor at the party. You
were quite alert to what you were saying. You just want to use the drink. Listen, if you're going to be shady, own it with your chest. You ain't got to use the alcohol. Don't do that, girl. Oh, you poor thing. But you don't have to use the alcohol to pretend like there's no need for that. But so she starts telling her what she needs to do for their 26, how she has to have sex with him.
She said basically all you have to do is get up and shake that ass. So she proceeds to go and give Monique a lap dance, which I thought was very awkward. Bent your whole self over, your big self over.
Well, there are other people there.
I know. Like, I just thought it was so...
on the podium. I don't understand.
Like, in front of the whole party, bent over that was holding Monique, and then Monique's like... I would have just been like, excuse me, ma'am. And then just walk to the back of the room because you ain't finna embarrass yourself at my event. I just thought, Ashley, I can already tell I'm not going to like her. But I just thought it was too much. It was too much. I mean, what are you doing? She was like, you need to get up and shake your booty. And then she said, I'm going to show you how to. This girl has been married for 26 years. Like, you think that she doesn't know how to put it down on her man? Like, she doesn't need your advice. Go focus on your own damn marriage. That's your shady mind. Because every single time somebody starts talking about somebody else's marriage,
and how they get humbled. Advice, they're the ones who their marriage is all messed up.
The next season.
Anywho.
There's so many, family Chantel and her dude, Melody. You saw how that went. There's so many couples that happens to. You know what I'm saying? When you're up in somebody else's business, focus on yours. Because God will humble you, boo.
Anywho.
I don't have no business on my own, so I'm safe.
Anywho, so Monique is at home now with her husband, and her husband is working out with a trainer. And Monique starts going in on him like, oh, I don't even work out that much, and I will be able to do that. I'll be able to do that. Like, she was kind of calling out the husband in front of another man. Like, and you're trying to, like, what are you doing? Are you comparing your female strength with his? Like, what are you doing? You're so much in this masculine space. Like, a masculine energy. I just thought that was... And so the husband says, oh, you can go ahead and leave. Not in a mean way. But then she gets upset. Well, fine. And then she gets upset with him because he asked her to leave. Monique, you have to really check yourself.
I just thought it was too much. And then also she said that her and her husband are not in a good place. Last time I saw her on TV, they were in a good place. They were thriving. They were excelling.
Yes.
Like they had just moved into a new home in Maryland or D.C. And now you're on TV and your marriage is in a bad place.
And
this is not the time to be on TV.
I just wonder if, because, Carlos King had that.
It's not Carlos. We ain't calling that idiot no king. Carlos.
No, well, that's what he calls himself.
Well, we're not calling him that because he ain't no king.
That's his name.
Carlos?
Carlos King.
I'll just call him Carlos.
Okay. Anywho, he had that, like, nightcap with Carlos.
Well, why are we skipping to the nightcap?
No, because I want to say that, and I don't know if she's looking at Melody thinking to herself, well, she did it, which, yes. But don't be so quick to jump off from a marriage that can be worked through. Now, I don't know all the problems she's having. I don't know what this man did to her.
I don't think he's ever cheated because he said he's never cheated. He's a supportive husband. He's been very loving. He actually was the main provider. She actually was a stay-at-home mom when I saw her.
Okay.
She actually was a stay-at-home mom.
I just know that they had a good marriage when they were in the Potomac thing, and now it's an issue, but I'm checking her energy. And even when they were sitting at the table, apparently they have been seeing
a therapist.
A therapist, and the therapist gave them homework that she does a list, he does a list of who they are right now, right?
What you
Where
like,
are they
what
now?
You don't like.
Right. And she did her list, and he hasn't done his list, and he's taking months. And so he was like, okay, well, I didn't know how important it was to you, so I'm going to go ahead and do this list. And she just kept on harping, like she wanted him to keep on saying that. Well, just tell me that you didn't think it was important, but he already said so. I don't know if you're listening. And she just kept on.
I thought it was too like damn much.
And I'm just like, Monique, your energy, it's so confrontational. It's like she's carrying such a masculine energy. And I'm not sure what has happened to have her so off balance. And I just wish someone will talk to her about that, But that's what I saw from her. But it was just...
I just thought that the whole thing about the list, like, you ain't finna die if this man ain't write a list. Mm-hmm. If he's like, you know what, he hasn't done it, just be like, babe, we did therapy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering why you didn't make the list. You know, it would
Try
really
to
mean
figure out what's
a lot.
going on.
Yeah, just figure it out and just be like, babe, it would really mean a lot to me if you did this list. You know, and then let's go on a date night or something. You know, let's just reconnect.
Yeah.
Not being all confrontational down his throat, saying, you ain't writing a list. That list is not that damn important, sis. Like, for you to be coming at him like that.
It's about what's going on with the man.
It's
not
what's
what
going
you're
on
trying
with
to
him.
figure out.
And you kept on saying, like, you know, I don't think we gonna make it another 10 years. Well, Mom said, I don't know if you're gonna make it to another year with that attitude. You can't do that. Like, somebody has to be a soft place to fall.
Yeah.
Chris is not out here, from what I have seen, is not out here cheating. He's not doing anything that would warrant a divorce, for real, for real. Yeah. Like, I feel like everything else in marriage is negotiable except for cheating, lying, abuse, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But I feel like your energy does not help the situation. Like, the way you were just coming for his neck. Like, he was just like, I'm just going...
talking...
over him.
You guys got to a point where both of you became loud, right?
Yeah.
Because first Monique was kind of loud, and then he got loud. And I was just thinking, where are the children? You know?
Yeah, you said that a couple times.
Because these kids are young. Are they listening? And,
yeah.
I mean, I know the house is pretty big, but it's just sad. But
but I just felt like, girl, when your marriage is in a bad place, the last thing you do is go on a reality TV show where everything you do is under scrutiny. Mm-hmm. And you have somebody like Carlos who, you know, isn't really for marriage. It's for real, for real.
Yeah.
So I just felt like...
quite about the drama, I guess.
Yeah.
Really about the drama.
So I just felt like she really should not... And the thing is, she said no. You had that instinct to say no. I think she should have just said no and just focused on her marriage. Because
she had actually left.
She left Potomac.
Right.
And he sought her out.
And then he sought you out, and you should have stayed.
She said no. And then she said after a year she decided to. So after a year, when your marriage is now in Schitt's Creek, you decided to go do a show.
Yeah.
Where did they do that at? Where did they do that at?
With Monique.
Yeah. You need prayer. That was a bad move, because if you weren't checking for a divorce, you damn sure gonna have one soon. And then also her thing with Melody or whatever, even Carlos, which I don't like him. He was there saying that, did you? Because he was talking about how she was doing therapy with her husband Monique and Chris, and he told Melody, so what did you think about that? Like, how did that relate back to your story? She was like, yeah, it did, because Martel, he never wanted to do the work. Martel was an asshole. He did not give a shit about you or the family. He did not. Melody. Like, that man was out there cheating and sleeping. Her husband is not doing that.
You had allowed him to do that for so long.
Yeah.
That he just became so emboldened by it.
And then when she also had her baby too.
Yeah. He was just a jerk, man.
He was really just a jerk off.
He was
for real.
One of those really awful men.
And my thing is, you cannot compare your situation to Melody's. Melody's was on a whole different level. I feel horrible that she had to go through that. But your situation is so different, Monique. You really can't. You can't just jump ship. Because the thing is, Melody and Martel needed a divorce.
You would have talked to someone like a Martel.
Martel would have told you shut the F up. And
he would have cursed you out before you even started, okay? Yeah. So just for you telling him that you can lift more than him or whatever it is, he would have gone and cheated, rubbed it in your face, and told you why he did that because you said XYZ.
Yeah, and you're not satisfying me the way I need to be satisfied.
Yeah.
So all that stuff. So I feel like
it's a totally different thing.
You should not align yourself with divorced people, especially not no Melody. And then you're here being all buddy-buddy with her. Didn't you said on the show that you went to align yourself with people who had good marriages and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. You need to focus on that. And you need to go to active therapy by yourself. Because you also have some issues as far as what I'm seeing. Because and I love you, Monique. I do. But you are just, your energy. You have to kind of be a softer place.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem like a hard place for where you can't trust him. Not from what I'm seeing anyway.
And then also remember that I don't know how long it's been since he hasn't been in the whole football thing.
It's been at least a decade, I believe.
Okay, because I was going to say maybe he's feeling depressed from that. But if that's the case, then no. So anywho.
I just thought that was a mess. Yeah. But anyway,
let's
talk about Ariana and Tyler. James Tyler.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what their dynamic is. They've been married for 26 years. They do have a son. I know it said the father and the son don't really get along or whatever because he was smoking weed and stuff like that.
Right,
and he was getting into trouble.
And getting into trouble.
Yeah, so
they were wondering if he was going
to come to the anniversary party. Yeah. She was there to buy him a car or something like that.
No, she said she will not buy him the car, but she will stand there while he's buying the car, which he purchased the car for himself. And then she cried and told him,
we miss you.
Yeah, and I worry about having a cop come to my door and say that,
my son's dead or he's in jail.
So at least he got emotional too and was like, I don't like to see my mom cry. I'm going to do better. But he decided to come for the wedding anniversary, and him and his father got an opportunity to talk, which was really nice. And the father was trying to say, well, I love you and blah, blah. But I love the fact that the son says to the dad, sometimes I need to hear you say you love me. Yeah. I'm happy that he said so, just to keep him accountable.
And then the dad was like, you're right. Because at first I was like, is he going to be accountable? Is he going to accept it? Yeah. But he was like, you're right. And, I will do better.
I like that.
Yeah. And he doesn't seem like a bad father. At first, me and Mom were kind of like off because he was like, I don't talk to my sons. You know how fathers can be with their children. So it was a little bit like, what's wrong with him? But it didn't seem like that. It seemed like, he really does love his son or whatever.
He just doesn't want him getting into trouble and stuff like that.
And he also, go ahead. And he also said that, when he was younger, if it wasn't for the tough love that his dad gave him, he would not be where he is today. Yeah. So then that kind of all connected the dots. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any beef with them. They seem cool. I don't know about Ashley and her man, though. What did you think of them? Ashley and DJ Quicksilver. He's a DJ.
They seemed okay. I mean, she said that he works a lot, that he's gone a lot, and so she always tries to tell him, work is not everything. I just wonder why he prefers to spend so much time away from the home.
Well, he said that she said that work has been his therapy in a way. What does he need therapy for? And why can't you just go to therapy? And she even said that, he said that
because you have to work on your family and your relationship with her. You can't be
just
gone
run away. That doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
So, this is just the first show, and that's what we've got in so far. But interesting. We don't know I don't know if we're going to continue to watch it. But for now, so far,
But y'all let us know if y'all think we should continue to watch it. It did seem like this season was going to be very interesting, though. Like the whole season and everything.
The previews we saw.
It was quite hot.
Okay, now. So after that preview, I was like, I think I'm going to continue watching that.
Hello.
But you guys let us know what you think about it.
But it's Mary
and Amma.
Thank you for watching. We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.